Okay, welcome to our team call. Like I said, I don't have a ton prepared. As you guys know, most of you guys know, I've just been this last week or month really, but the last week was rough. So I'm behind. I'm not prepared for our team training on Friday, but I'll get that way. And I just kind of had to take a step back, and sometimes you have to do that, like in this business. And like Aaron said the other day, he's like, this will be there tomorrow. Like it'll be there the next day. Like you don't have to, if you're going through something that is a struggle, like that's the nice thing about this is it's not going to make or break. Like, yeah, I need to work my business or it's not going to grow, but it's also not going to not be there in a week if something happens, or, if I can only work it here and there. And I still did work, but I just didn't, I was trying to focus on me. And sometimes you have to do that. So my challenge group's lacking, but Carlita and I are going to kind of kick it into gear and get that going. And Jill, we would be glad if you would want to jump in with us and kind of help us run it. Because most of our other leaders are kind of running their own group. Cecilia, I know she would help us do the same in our group. So we can combine. I love to have you guys in my group because we can combine and kind of help each other. So that's that. As far as, I want to just say really quick, I listened to the National Wake Up Call. I've been bad about that lately, but I listened to that this morning. I listened to last week's. I didn't listen to today's. And I really liked what she had to say about the free group. So I've been talking about this. I've been tossing this idea around, but I'd really like to do she talked a lot about what your interests are. Even if you're not good at I don't know if any of you guys listen to it, but it's a good one. It's short and it's a good one to listen to. And I feel like those are really fueling my fire because right now, even though I'm still coming off a summit, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about Summit on Friday, just a little bit about that, even though we've already talked about it, but I kind of want to just brush on that topic again because it is so important, that you guys make the investment in your business and the investment in you to go to see it because it's amazing. But anyhow, so that's been the National Wake Up Call always fuels my fire. So if I'm feeling in a funk, like I have been this last week, which really sucks because I came off of Shift Shop feeling excited. I had good results. And it's why is that? Why is it that I could push through and obviously whatever's going on with my body kind of put me, I hit a wall and whatever. But why is that? That's I don't know. That's just part of this journey is you're going to do good and then you're going to do bad. And sometimes you can't do anything about it. But anyhow, so I wanted to listen to the National Wake Up Call this morning because I was I need some brain fuel because I'm feeling kind of blah. So anyways, I loved her topic. She talked about free groups, and I've talked about this before. And we need to run them. We always pretty much do. We're pretty consistent about running a free group. She talked a lot about how that's where you're going to grow your people. So instead of, or your customers or potential coaches, instead of cold, and I know we talk about this all the time, but instead of cold invites, and we could go on and on for days about that, but she talked about how you warm them up by getting them involved in your group with basically something that you're interested in. So she talked about a DIY group. So they did it. She loves do-it-yourself stuff. So she did a DIY group and 10 of her personally sponsored coaches jumped in. They all shared stuff. They made projects, whatever they did, however you run a DIY group, I really don't know. But, she's that's where we connected and it was only 7 days. But if you're just simply doing clean eating groups every time and you're setting it on autopilot and you're just letting it run, which is good to do sometimes because we always talk about not reinventing the wheel. Because if you reinvent the wheel all the time and you're trying to come up with something fancy all the time, sometimes you can waste time doing that. But it is a good way to grow relationships. So just to put that bug in your ear about, think of something that you guys are interested in. Something for me, I'm not interested in anxiety, but I'm freaking struggling with it really bad lately. So, or for the last freaking 7 months. But anyway, I could do something about that. I think that would be a good group. And I know that some of you guys have some of the same struggles as far as that goes with that same topic. And I think it would be really good because I've gotten so much feedback from the posts that I've shared about that. And I'm still getting that. I think we could come together as a team and really do something good with that topic and run. I'd really like to run I'd like to do like a 30-day group, like a 30-day free group, just because I don't know. I think a week's like short. But anyhow, so think about stuff that we could run that's not even related to fitness, that you're going to grow relationships, that we're going to get to know people. Because I've said this before, but I think the reason why I do cold invites sometimes, and I know that they're not always good, and I know some people think that they're not good. I think that sometimes they can be really good because I'm a direct person. I like to get to the point, and some people are like that too. They don't want BS. They don't want to talk about whatever's on their profile or on their Facebook page. They just don't. They want you to get to the point. That's how I am, but not everybody's like that. So the way to do that is, and like I always say, like once you do the cold invite and they say yes or whatever it is, sometimes the relationship comes after they say yes. So like you guys, I didn't know like some of you guys most of you guys I did, but like a lot of the challengers in our group, or, there's a couple coaches on our team that I would have never known, but like even my coaches that I would have never known if it weren't for like the relationship after they said yes, after they joined my group, and after we built that bond together. So don't let the cold invite scare you, because I do think that sometimes people just want that help, and they want you to come after them and say like, hey, here's what I'm doing. Like, would you like to do it with me? Kind of thing. It's as simple as that. And that's where the bond comes in. However, if you're struggling with cold invites and you feel like that's not you, and that's not the direction you want to go, and that's not where your heart, like what pulls on your heart for coaching, then you need to maybe think about what groups you could do. What could you run that would interest people and get them just kind of like, I don't know, interested in just what we're doing together. Like I said, nothing to do with fitness. So I thought that was interesting, even though they've talked on the National Wake Up Call about free groups before, but I liked the way she presented it. And I liked how she said, I check back in with them, and like, I can easily then say, and like we do with clean eating groups, I can easily say, okay, like, I really enjoyed having you in the group. Like, we run this challenge group, and that's coming up. And the reason we do the free group is because at the beginning of the month is so that we have time to invite them to get them going for our challenge group on the third week of the month, or you can invite them to a coach sneak peek, of course. But anyway, I just wanted to brush through that really quick. The other thing is, so the 3-day refresh group, we're running that next Monday. That's going to be, is that right? 21st, I think, right? Yes. The day of the total eclipse. That's when we're starting it. So we're going to start it that day. So invite to that. If you guys want to do it with us, I have one, and I'm planning to do it if I'm feeling like a normal human being. I'm planning to do it. So if you want to do it, then you need to get your refresh ordered, and we really need to get people to order like as soon as possible for that. And it's okay. We can still put them in a group. We have the group already up and running. I just need to like I need to repost it in our team page so you guys know which group it is. But even if people start later, it's okay. If they start on Tuesday or they started Wednesday, who cares? It doesn't really matter. I just think we should get people involved. And if you haven't done it, it's a good thing to do, just so that you can get results, and then you can share those results. The other thing, team training's Friday night, of course. And then the Go for No challenge. I'm not really seeing a lot of activity in there with you guys. Maybe you're using the Go for No, maybe you're not. I'm using mine, so I need to update mine because I have some names to add that I added today. And you guys can just post those in the comments if you would. That would be great, just to kind of show your progress with that. And I really can't think of anything else major that I wanted to bring up. I don't know. Another thing too, she talked about today on the National Wake Up Call, she said the social media is changing so much. That's why she said that it used to work like to do cold invites, but how many cold invites are people getting? That's the thing. That's the bad thing about it, that they get so many cold invites from people like, have you tried this wrap thing? And, lip syncs. And I don't know what kind of cold invites they're getting, but if they're getting like one a week, think of all the MLMs that are out there. Think of all the people that are in network marketing now. It's such a big thing. And if they're getting so many of these messages, that's why I think sometimes we get a lot of no responses. It's not you, it's them, but maybe they're turned off by us sometimes directly asking Okay. So I liked what she said about that too, about, a year or two ago that worked really well. The cold invites, the social media is changing. And now like everybody's using social media to build their business. So you got to kind of adapt, change, see what works, and sometimes do things differently if what we're doing is not working, which, like I said, I think we need to spice up our free groups. And I've talked about that a lot in the past, but I just need you guys to kind of brainstorm with me to just think of stuff that we would be able to run together that, or if you just want to take the bull by the horns and do it, go for it. But it's always nice to combine just because it's helpful and it's not so much on each one of us to do. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to discuss just because I'm about brain dead. I'm not even kidding. I feel like I can't even think. So I'm going to unmute you guys. I don't know what the heck my children are doing, but it sounds like they're having a Come on, she's unmuting us and everybody can hear us. I don't have to unmute you, Jess. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to unmute you guys in case you. So does anybody want to say anything, or are you feeling like? Are you guys feeling like, I think right now, this is the other thing we talked about, some of us I know talked about is, I think right now is just a season of a lot of no responses. I'm currently at Success Club 2. I'm messaging my tail off. I feel like I am. And I don't really have a lot going on. That I think, I don't know, but it's still just halfway, not even through the month, but it's just a busy month for everybody with school starting, and it's just going to be tough, I think. So that's going to be the season, I think, for most of us. And I think that's okay because we're just going to try to make an impact with our posts or in different ways as much as we can. Do you guys have anything you want to say or anything really?
Are we back on track with our calendar as far as doing what we're each week?
Yes. So what we're doing is the free group the first week, and then I like the 3-day sneak peek into coaching, which will be the second week of the month. I like the 3-day versus the live just because I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's easier set up, and then I don't know, it just it's not so out in there a little bit. And then the third week is the challenge group, so that starts this week, and then we're doing the refresh next week. So yes, we're back on track. Yeah, and I didn't put a calendar up really. I don't think I might have put something up, but not much of a calendar.
I think you did because I saved it to my phone.
Good. I just tried to put important dates instead of literally taking a big calendar, because it's the print has to be this big, and I have to strategically place it on this little thing, and I'm I have the patience of I don't know what. So yeah, I think things are flowing well, and I think it's going good. I just think, like I said, I think right now it's just people have they're busy and it's hard to commit. I feel like I'm getting a lot of, not right now, but maybe next month kind of thing. Another question I'll run through really quick just because Danielle had asked me and we kind of talked about this and it might be helpful for you guys, is she said, she's got this girl that has another coach and she's like, how do you go about that? That was the question, right, Danielle? Kind of how do you go about getting them to switch over what you say, right?
Yeah, she basically, I think had a bad relationship with a coach, and I don't want to be too pushy with her, to get her to switch over, but I think she's just kind of being leery about, finding somebody that she doesn't really know, because she's the girl that was kind of thrown in my lap by somebody else. I don't know her.
So basically she got lack of support from her coach. So now she sounds like she's a little bit not bitter, but she's just kind of scared to
yes.
Okay, is this girl going to do the same thing to me? So I just I don't know. The one thing you can do is offer hey, I'd love to put, no commitment right now. Hey, I'd love to put you in my group, just continue on. We're there to support you. We'd love to have you just jump in and we're here, whatever. And then kind of keep in touch with her. And then you can, hopefully she's posting, because obviously if she's wanting a coach, she must be active and doing the workouts. So then you could
she's the one, she is friends with another friend of mine, well, a client of mine. And my client tagged me on Facebook because she was like searching for an accountability group. Like she wanted one because her coach that she has now has quit doing those groups. And so she said that she needs those, like in order to keep going, she needs those groups. And so I was tagged in that post. And then that's how like the whole like relationship started. So she's in my group now, and it just started today. She's in the challenge group that Linda and I are doing. So I guess we'll see
and
if she starts posting.
I would just kind of be like, hopefully she posts and you can just kind of thank her for her posts and like encouragement in the group, and then kind of go that way. Like, I'd love to be your coach and I'd love to help you, and whatever. I'd love to have you in our groups, like as much as you'd like to be in them, or whatever, however you want to word it. But I think the transition will go smooth with that. I think she just needs
I would probably just like jump into like the friend zone with her, like almost instantly, like really not really take her by the hand so that you're like putting a lot of time and energy into her, but definitely like I would let her know that you are going the extra mile, since she made it clear that she wanted help with accountability. Like I would probably just jump right into friend zone with her. Like I'm still forming people that aren't even my free customer, and I'm still kind of holding them by the hand just to help them along. So I would just do that, like jump in there and check in with her just as often as you feel comfortable checking in with her, messaging and saying, hey, how are you doing? Whatever. And then all the lights just went out, so I'm in the dark, but
yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah, I think that's what I plan on doing. Like, this is all new. Like, I mean, she just got thrown in my lap like 2 days ago, so this is all like really new, but like pressure her to, hey, go switch, coaches right now. So,
well, and she's already on Shakeology, so she obviously likes the product. So I mean, that's a good thing. Like, I don't think there's no way she won't like your group, in my opinion. Like, there's no way. But yeah, I think. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Did someone start to say? Missy? No.
She had a picture of like her drinking her Shakeology today, and I, made sure that I commented on it, just to, whatever, because I'm trying to form that relationship with her, but we will see.
And that'll do it. Her being in your group will do it for sure. And I have been, I don't know, I feel like I feel like my group, or our challenge group, has been on kind of autopilot. So I'm trying to change that around. I don't know, maybe I need to give away a prize. We got like an extra container set, so I thought about giving that away. I don't know. But like, Lita went live today in our group, which I know you guys aren't really in our group, some of you. But it was really good because she shared her heart and she talked about, what she's been going through. And then I had planned to go live because I didn't know what the heck I was doing with my group, since I hadn't got it like together. Basically, I haven't Hootsuite'd anything. I haven't I did post a few things this weekend kind of about starting gearing up for the next group, but I just felt like I dropped the ball kind of, so I wanted to go live. But it added some stuff, I think, to our group. And I think next month I'm going to go through and I need to not weed out people, but just check in with people. If there's people that are in there that aren't active and absolutely doing anything, I need to just them, but message them and just kind of say like, hey, like, I don't know, not like say, hey, I'm going to remove you from the group, but like, hey, how are you? Like, I don't know, just follow up with them and kind of feel them out. And if now's not the right time for them, then I would just move them out, and then of course welcome them back if the future they decide to do that. I think you need to do that every once in a while because our group is big. Because I haven't started a brand new group, we just kind of tried to, and that sort of thing, which works really well, I think, because it's just nice to not have to start a new group and add all your people and It's just overwhelming sometimes, I think, to do that. But I think we need a fresh group starting in September. So I'm going to try to get my act together with that. Anything else you guys can think of? And anything else, just be thinking about Friday night and about what you guys would like training on. I don't really know. Like, I've thought about, I know we've talked about confidence a little and sharing your story, but like, I feel like there's more that we could talk about with that. But we'll see. But if you guys think of something that you're like, oh, I really struggle with this, or whatever, then let me know so I can kind of throw that in there. But I don't really have anything else. We're going to do the tip tag. So I'm going to start that because I want to do that because it's fun to just do a tip tag because I think it keeps our team page going and it just makes it fun for us to just share what we're doing now and what's working maybe or what we've had to do to change something or whatever. And personal development is something I'm like going to try to cling on to lately because I haven't been doing that. So maybe we can try to share what book we're reading too. Hopefully we all have a book that we're reading. Really, that's it. I don't want to take a bunch of your time because I really don't have that much tonight because I'm, like I said, I've been sort of slacking and struggling. I think I'm going to get my butt to bed early. Did you guys have anything else, though, that you needed or can think of? And like I said about Friday night, let me know if there's something that comes to mind about Friday. Is everybody on the call able to come Friday night? No? Okay. That's okay.
I was really excited to go, too, since I've never done it.
It's so hard to get a night that everybody can go. It's so hard. But hopefully, when my goal is always on the 8th, like on the night of the team training, that we choose the date for the next one so that like we can just say, okay, this is the date we're doing it. And then everyone kind of marks it down and then we don't so I'll try to pick that night, remind me, and we'll try to pick a date for like maybe the end of September or something like beginning of October or something. And then I'll try to record it too. I like to record them on Zoom that way in case someone kind of like this, only it's just going to be me talking. And then that way you guys can at least hear what we said, what was said. And it's like, hopefully you can gain something from it. Okay, y'all. Well, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. And I'll post the recording for anybody that didn't get to hear it. But I can't really think of anything. I think we're all just like kind of doing the best we can, and that's really all we can do. And I'm going to post my updated Go for No, and then I got to figure out what we're going to eat on Friday night too. So I'm figuring that out. I'm thinking zucchini, I'm going to try to make it clean. I'm thinking like some kind of like zucchini casserole thing. How's that sound? You guys want to come now, don't you? You guys want to come for sure now, right?
No, I like zucchini, so I'm happy.
You guys, I know how to get you guys at the house, okay? I know how to get you there.
I'll be really happy if it is clean though, because I plan on actually staying on track right now. So if there's not brownies there, that'd be good.
Yeah. Can Jessica not bring cookies, please?
No kidding. And she's always like, oh, she's really wanting to stay clean too, so I don't know. But I don't think it's going so well for her today.
Right? Today's a bad day.
But no, I'll do I'm thinking about a girl I work with said that she did like a zucchini pasta sauce. It was almost like pizza, but it does have some cheese, but it's low carb, and it she shredded the zucchini, and I've never made it like that. It's almost like a layered dish. So I might try that because it's easy and healthy. And
Okay.
I don't know what else. Salad.
Sounds good.
Salad. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you on Friday. I can't wait.
Bye.
Bye.